WTOL 11 Plus. After a heated argument yesterday between President Trump and Ukraine's President Zelensky, debate today on what the U.S. will do in the Ukraine and Russia war. Plus, the mystery behind the deaths of Gene Hackman and his wife continue to develop. New today, when officials believe Hackman died. And ice cream spots opened across Northwest Ohio, and even temps in the mid-20s couldn't stop people from satisfying their sweet tooths. All that and more today on WTOL 11 Plus. Well, welcome into WTOL 11 Plus. I'm Michael Sandlin. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll get to all of our top stories in just a moment. First, let's get a check of our local weather with meteorologist John Birchfield. John, I know we have some warmer temps coming up, but it was still pretty chilly today. Yeah, chilly, but glad folks still enjoyed the ice cream shops opening up. The first weekend of March stays chilly for the second half of the weekend. We're at least going to be above freezing tomorrow, but the breeze is expected to be calmer with winds diminishing to 5 to 10 miles an hour. So sunny and calmer, but still a chilly feel. We have seen brightening skies, looking high atop downtown, 27 degrees with temperatures that are only in the teens, and there were a couple isolated passing snow flurries. Most of those drifting off Lake Michigan and also eastern Lake Erie as the sky clears on out overnight. Temperatures have fallen back into the mid-20s, and the wind chill that is down into the teens now. It feels like currently a 15 in Toledo, 15 in Bowling Green, and 10 in Hillsdale. Going to be a chilly start to your Sunday morning with temperatures in the 20s to the upper teens. Into the afternoon, we're going to be slightly above freezing, and heading into Monday, finally some milder early March weather is expected with temperatures in the low to mid 40s. I'm going to preview a big warm up that'll be accompanied by rain chances. That's coming up in my full forecast. Michael. All right, John, we'll see you then. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is in London today. He thanked the American people and leadership and voiced hope for strong relations a day after a stunning Oval Office blowout with President Trump. CBS News has more.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer welcomed Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to London on Saturday.
I want to thank you, people of the United Kingdom, such big support from the very beginning of this war.
The meeting follows the berating seen around the world. President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance gave Zelensky in the Oval Office Friday.
God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that. Remember this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
President Trump is spending the weekend at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach.
Before leaving D.C., Trump spoke to reporters about Zelensky's dressing down. That sparked new questions about the next chapter in U.S. support for Ukraine.
He's got to say, I want to make peace. He doesn't have to stand there and say about Putin this, Putin that, all negative things.
What became clear, and I think what has the president so frustrated and frankly angry, is that it's not clear that Zelensky truly wants to stop the fighting.
Many Republicans expressed support of the president after the showdown with Zelensky, but GOP Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska commented on the situation on X, calling it a regrettable conversation, showing the administration may try to end all U.S. support for Ukraine. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
And speaking of the president, President Donald Trump said yesterday he would pardon baseball great Pete Rose, criticizing Major League Baseball for barring the all-time hit champion from the Sports Hall of Fame for gambling. Rose, who died last year at 83, was banned from baseball for life. He admitted in 2004 that he had bet on games, though never against his own team. Trump didn't say what the pardon would cover, as Rose wasn't convicted of a crime. Rose spent most of his 23-year career with the Cincinnati Reds, won the World Series 3 times, and leads Major League Baseball's all-time charts in hits, games played, at-bats, singles, and outs. We have new details in the death of Hollywood icon Gene Hackman. He and his wife were found dead this week, and officials say the circumstances are suspicious. According to the Santa Fe County Sheriff in New Mexico, Hackman's last event for his pacemaker was on February 17th, about 11 days before he was found. Officials believe that's when he died. At the same time, Hackman's wife showed signs of mummification, which officials say usually begins at least 2 weeks after a person's death. Officials are still piecing together what happened, including who could have been the first between the two to die. New today, weeks after the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles caused billions of dollars worth of damage, hundreds of marathon runners laced up their shoes to raise money for the rebuild, 1 kilometer at a time.
This is the last real training event for most before they run the LA Marathon. And this year, it's also a chance for this group to show their support for those recovering from the recent wildfires.
Running's an activity that brings people together and helps us unite different communities all along the race course. And we're truly looking forward to celebrating this 40th anniversary here.
The LA Roadrunners and other race groups taking part in the LA Marathon a couple weeks from now are lending their support to a nationwide effort. Launched by the training app Strava and the McCourt Foundation, it's called the Together LA Wildlife Relief Fund. Participants from across the country are logging run miles and tagging their activity Together LA to show support for fire victims. They're also raising funds for what will be a long recovery effort. Some of the runners suffered personal losses. Many are also saddened by the loss of beautiful mountain trails, including 2 ladies we met who've been training for the marathon together. They found leaning on each other made all the difference.
So we've learned to kind of adapt, like who goes faster, who goes this, who keeps everybody encouraged. Like she'll say, like I'll go start going faster. She'll be like, Mary, wait for me.
It's kind of like therapy. I feel like doing that, the running and the talking and all that. It's free therapy. That's what I call it.
They say they want to show their support for those facing what may feel like unsurmountable obstacles during the marathon recovery ahead. Cara Finstrom, KCAL News.
More big news from BGSU. Head Falcons football coach Scott Leffler is headed back to the NFL, joining the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. But where does that leave BGSU? There are a lot of moving parts. The Falcons are in the middle of spring workouts right now, preparing for the 2025 season. So with this news, the program has to figure out who will take charge. Then you have to factor in the players. Expectations is some will decide to hit the transfer portal knowing their head coach is gone. But most importantly, how does this affect the momentum for Bowling Green football? Scott Leffler took a 3-win team and turned them into a consistent bowl program with back-to-back winning seasons. That included beating rival Toledo 2 straight times in the Glass Bowl. Owens Community College hosted Trio Day this afternoon to bring kids in to consider higher education. Trio helps disadvantaged high school students, guiding first-generation college applicants through their academic careers. Owens Community College invited other Trio groups from schools like UT, Lourdes, and BGSU, educating around 100 students on their services and learning life lessons.
If you are struggling with school, if you're struggling to get back into college and just, you don't have support around you, maybe from family or friends or others that went to college, this is a great program for that because they provide that support that you might be missing, which honestly is really critical, especially in the first couple of years of college.
The program included the announcement of $1,000 scholarships awarded to help 5 students in their dreams of attending college. Habitat for Humanity has opened up a new Restore location in Ottawa County. The new Restore is on East Perry Street in Port Clinton. This morning, volunteers have started unloading donations of appliances and furniture like chairs, couches, fans, and even doors, which is expected to fill the entire Restore building in the coming weeks.
I was amazed at how beautiful and open it was, but I know after today it is going to be filled. So it's pretty fun to see all these things were donated to us. People out of the goodness of their hearts want to give back to Habitat for Humanity, so that we're going to get this all cleaned up and get ready for sale so that we can give back to the community.
McConaughey said they hope to officially open in 4 weeks on March 29th. Well, despite today's frigid temperatures, the community showed up for opening day of several local ice cream shops. Mr. G's Barn on Hill Avenue and Mr. Freeze on North McCord Road both had their opening days for the season. Right at opening time, cars and people lined up to get their frozen treats. For many families WTOL spoke with, showing up on opening day is a tradition no matter the temperature.
We come to Mr. G's every year. It's like our favorite ice cream place. So we come here once a week, all the time.
We just love Mr. Freeze. We try and do opening day every year. Sometimes we do closing day too. And then, if we don't get any in between, that's okay. Opening day. Yeah, it's a tradition in our family. We try and do it every year.
A full list of ice cream shops and their opening days can be found over on our website at WTOL.com. Want to see more breakdowns of viral trends and 60-second stories? Check out our WTOL event social media pages on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. And this is definitely a community favorite. Acoustics for Autism is back for the 18th year tomorrow. It's in Uptown Maumee, and it's the largest all-day free music event in the country. There'll be 100 bands on 9 different stages, including The Village Idiot, Buster Brown's, The Elks, plus heated tents. The music is all local musicians donating their time to help Project I Am, which provides support, information, resources, and much more to families affected by autism.
It's really cool. It's so fun to be able to play in front of so many different people. That's the real thrill of it. Sneaking through the crowd with your gear to try to get to the stage. It's fun.
The tune starts Sunday at noon and play till 2 a.m. in Uptown Maumee. Admission is free, and here's Jeff Smith with a deeper look into the event in Sunday's Leading Edge.
Hi guys, coming up this week on Leading Edge, as part of his campaign launch around the state, one-time presidential candidate and now Ohio gubernatorial candidate Vivek Ramaswamy gives us an exclusive one-on-one. I asked him his thoughts on Jeep, his thoughts on Davis-Besse, and on a mythical matchup with former U.S. Senator Sherrod Brown.
I think that whoever the Democrats put up, it doesn't much matter because I'm not running against anybody. I'm running for our own vision of this state.
Also, we dive into the why behind one of the country's largest and free musical events.
We're that stopgap funding mechanism so that parents have the freedom to try different things that might work for their family member.
Leading Edge is Sunday morning at 8:30 right here on WTOL 11, and you can watch it anytime you want on WTOL 11+.
And turning to that forecast, keep the winter coat handy. It is going to be a cold Sunday to cap off the first weekend of March. There is going to be a good amount of sunshine expected, but high temperatures only near freezing, well shy of the normal high of 43 degrees. Winds are going to be calmer, though, and that calmer breeze is going to make a big difference in how it feels outside for weekend plans. Temperatures over the course of your Saturday evening are well below freezing, only in the mid-20s across the Toledo metro, with a few spots in lower Michigan dropping to the low 20s. A couple isolated passing snow flurries, but the cloud cover has really thinned out across northwest Ohio, with most of those remaining snow showers back near Lake Michigan, well to the west of our area. So the hour-by-hour breakdown, there is going to be a lot of sunshine out the door Sunday morning. I do expect bright conditions, and that Acoustics for Autism forecast does feature mainly sunny skies with a few more upper-level clouds moving in during the afternoon. It is expected to be a dry day with calmer winds, albeit still a very chilly feel with temperatures near the freezing mark. So hour-by-hour forecast does put us around 20 degrees at daybreak. Afternoon highs slightly above freezing, and Monday does bring a slight warm-up. We're back going to be near normal for early March with temperatures that'll be climbing to the mid-40s. Not overly windy Monday either, so it is going to be a great outdoor day. Forecast for your Sunday, 34 degrees. Keep that winter coat and hat handy with 34, although the wind is going to be calmer out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we look ahead towards our next big weather impact, that's likely to come Tuesday night into Wednesday with midweek rain chances. It is going to be very, very mild with temperatures climbing up well into the 50s, and the gusty southwest wind is going to make a return as our next storm system arrives with the rain that is ahead. So let's break down the timeline. I do expect dry weather Sunday and Monday. A very slim chance for a few passing showers Monday night into Tuesday. Rain chances will return Tuesday, especially late in the day as this area of low pressure rolls on through, moving to the west of us. Rain is going to be likely Tuesday night into Wednesday morning with some soaking downpours possible, and we could potentially see a resurgence of some additional showers and perhaps brief rumbles of thunder during the afternoon on Wednesday. But the most widespread rainfall is expected to be early in the day Wednesday,